Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
The palace of the Ooni of Ife seem to have really gone back to what it's supposed to do. To be with what Iyanifa and other diviners are doing in the palace. Order is being put in place right now. We got another report that there is a sacred drum that sounds on its own, okay? Now, they say the sacred drum of Ile-Ife Palace, okay, the royal palace, that has not sounded for a very long time, okay? The first time it sounded was in 2015 when Ooni of Ife had just been made the Ooni of Ife. Now, it sounded because there were two men who were living inside the palace and Ayaba that Ooni of Ife met inside the palace. They were using sacred areas to do their, lovey things, okay, inside the palace of the Ooni of Ife at night, and the gods didn't like it, and the drum sounded. And after that time, the drum went bagam, quiet. You know why? Because after Kabiyesi was made the Ooni of Ife, they removed the ancient sword from where it's supposed to be, its original home, and moved it up to a place, a closet that it wasn't supposed to be. And so what happened was that the ancient sword was partially incapacitated, okay? And so that was what happened. So recently, we heard that the wives to the Ooni of Ife, have been confessing, okay, as it is rumored and alleged, as in on their own every night, leaving the entire palace speechless. What will happen next is what people are asking, and why are they doing this? Now, there is, let me tell you a little about this drum. The sacred drum that sounds on its own to call offenders of the gods to confess in Ile-Ife is called Gudu or Ayan, okay, in some Yoruba traditions, okay. Now, the significance of the sacred drum is it is believed that this mystical drum beats by itself whenever a person has committed a grave offense against the gods or the land, okay. The sound of the drum is said to summon the guilty individual, compelling them to confess their wrongdoing before divine punishment follows, right? This phenomenon is linked to Ogun, Sango, and Obatala deities, known for justice, truth, and divine retribution, okay? Now, the drum is said to be kept in a sacred chamber where within the sacred grove of Ile-Ife. You know that the palace also is a sacred grove of Ile-Ife. So the one drum is there. It is used during major rituals, coronation, and instances where the gods demand justice. Those who hear the drum and fail to confess are believed to suffer spiritual consequences, including illness, misfortune, or even by. Do you understand? So now, you see, I do not blame, people when they continue to ask every day, why? We've never seen this kind of thing happen in the palace. Because, yes, they haven't seen. Yes, if you are a custodian, okay, of, Ogun, Sango, and Obatala deities, okay, which happens to be one of those major deities, okay, in Ile-Ife. These deities believe in justice, truth, and divine retribution. Okay? And so why should all of this be happening in the palace and nothing is going wrong? Nobody's paying for it and all of that. That is the reason why people were asking, people were shocked. And now it is revealed that the reason why all of these things have been taken away was because they deceived Kabiyesi into bringing the ancient sword up, knowing that the ancient sword is only active if you leave it where it's supposed to be, generation to generation. Every Ooni of Ife, all of them, they have met the ancient sword there. They left it there. They operated with it there and all of that. But when Kabiyesi came, They say people deceived him into moving. You know, he renovated. He did renovation and all of that, and he got some suggestion that he should move that ancient sword up. That was what they did, and that was how they incapacitated the ancient sword. Because the ancient sword needs to be enabled to work. So recently, they said since they brought the ancient sword back, things are falling. Everything is taking its normal equilibrium. And they said that the reason why Ooni of Ife's wives are coming out one after the other at night to go to that shrine to go and confess is because of the drum. That every night the drums beat. But it's only the guilty who hears. Normal people do not hear. They don't know whether drum is beating or drum is not beating. They don't even know anything. It's only the guilty ones that are hearing the drum beat. And as they hear, they are obligated to get up and go. Because if you refuse to get up and go and confess, you are going to face, serious consequences. And they are all aware. And besides, when the drum rings, the drum beats, you are compelled, to go out and do a confession if you are guilty. But if you are not guilty, you won't even hear the drum beat, not to talk of going out to do that confession. And they say that is what has been happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now, the reason why I think that all of these women, these people are really, really lucky. Honestly, these people are lucky because these people are lucky. If they were not lucky, they are lucky that they are not Igbos. They are Yoruba people who believe in reintegration, who believe in just justice. If you tell the truth, you are forgiven, or you just face your punishment and you go back and all of that. Igbos, they would have banished the living daylight out of your asses in that palace. So as we are hearing now, they say that every night they are coming out. As the drum beats, they keep coming out. They say confession upon confession upon confession upon confession. The one that people have been waiting to hear, they heard it. The Ibadan Stampede. Everybody has been waiting to hear about the Ibadan Stampede. What happened to the Ibadan Stampede? What did you people do? How did you people do it? Chai, people are wicked. At least this is going to tell them that they are not, them and Queen Naomi, they are not the same. Queen Naomi is different. Queen Naomi has the grace of God. God is always going to walk and stand up for Olori Naomi. Olori Naomi has not done anything to deserve the kind of stress that she has gone through in the hands of these people. And God is going to show all of them where they belong. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and subscribe. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, speculated, unverified information making the rounds on social media should not be seen as fact.